Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am doing some projects today. You can see the paint on my fingers because I didn't put the gloves on. But anywho, working on a project. So what you're going to need is a brush, some Mod Podge, or can you do this with glue? I guess you probably could, but the Mod Podge dries clear, so this will come in handy. Some scissors, a pumpkin. I'm not sure which of these pumpkins I'm going to use, but this one has been through several iterations. As you can see, it was painted. This was last year, the year before last. And some napkins. So let's get started and let's beautify these pumpkins. The first thing we're going to do is separate the napkin. Take the thinner side off. We're going to put that aside. And we'll probably need a couple of these. So let's do these first. So I've cut the napkin into 4 pieces. I'm going to add some Mod Podge. And as I mentioned this before when I use Mod Podge, one of the good things about Mod Podge is that even though it goes on white, it dries clear. So that's the beauty of using Mod Podge. So I'm trying to prepare my pumpkin to accept one of the pieces. So I was doing some painting today. You know, guys, I will paint anything. So I was doing some painting today out in the garage. So I have some pieces from Goodwill that I wanted to upcycle. So I'm going to do those in a few minutes. So here's the pumpkin. I just put the Mod Podge on and try to get this on smoothly. As smooth as possible anyway, because I'm going to overlap. I'm going to be overlapping the paper, overlapping the tissue, that is, and putting Mod Podge on this to smooth it down and make sure it lies down. I think I had that smoothed down. So let's go into the next one. I'm going to do them all the way around and I'll come back on. So I also have this pumpkin that I'm going to work with. I bought this from Walmart like several years ago. So I cut some wider strips and I'm going to Mod Podge it like all the way down like this. So I'm going to be just putting some Mod Podge on this and laying the strips down, just individual strips, and let's see how that works. So just putting some Mod Podge on. I'm trying to smooth out as many wrinkles as I can, but also being very careful because this paper is super thin. It's one sheet. Let's keep going and see how this turns out. It's I'm liking it so far. Last piece going on, guys. So this wasn't too bad. The only thing is, the only drawback was the tissue paper is so thin, so you have to, or napkin rather, is so thin. Just have to watch that I'm not tearing it. So I got the last strip of napkins on the big pumpkin, and this is how they turned out. Now you can see the green pumpkin. I can still see some of it coming through. And I was going to paint this white, but I decided I was lazy. I didn't want to paint it. But the big one, I think, turned out great. And let me just find some place to put this. I love how this really turned out. Awesome, right? You know I love my blue and white. Okay, let's find some place to put this. Guys, this is how it turned out. Thank you so much for watching.